Hi guys, SW Miron here. I hope you're having a good day. This is episode 21 of Glass Skulls Mental Health Podcast. It hit me today that this is episode 21, which is half of a year. We've officially made it to 6 whole months, half of a year that we've been coming together in this way. And I just really want to say thank you to the people that have been following and subscribing. It means so much to me that, yeah, okay, I went through hell and back like a million times over to get from where I used to be to where I am now. And it doesn't mean I still don't struggle. Don't get me wrong. I certainly still struggle. We all do. But it makes me so happy that I can at least make that journey through hell worth it because I've learned so much and I've been privy to a lot more practice using specific strategies as ways to cope with life as it comes. You either are the type of person that you have an open mind and you're willing to honestly, wholeheartedly try new things as a way to, maybe calm yourself down, maybe settle racing thoughts, maybe lift your spirits. Just change your mood state from something negative to a positive. Today actually is all about positive psychology. When I was in college, I took a class called Positive Psychology, and I'm going to be really, really blunt with you. At first, when I even heard the course description, and mind you, I'm 20 or 19 years old. I'm a kid still. I'm an adult, but I'm a kid, and I'm not really taking everything as seriously as I would be if I were, 35-year-old Stephanie about to take that class. With that being said, I got the textbook, I read the first chapter, and then on the second day of class, I raised my hand and I basically told the professor that I thought that this was all a big joke. That I just thought there was no possible way that simply by using positive strategies, positive tools, positive images, that was going to actually make some improvement or impact on my life as it was, as all the dominoes were falling little by little by little with each passing day. So we're going to get into a couple examples of some of those images, some of those symbols, things like that. I didn't even think about this one, but I have my giant To Write Love on Our Arms flag behind me. And that is a huge symbol for me. Every single time that I see it, this comfort comes over me because I think about how much that organization has done to help me stay alive. And that's cutting right to the chase. Okay. I was fortunate enough to be in their documentary for their 20-year anniversary. It's called To Write Love, and it's on YouTube on the To Write Love on Her Arms channel. It's free to watch. It's only 22 minutes or something. It's a very short documentary. But I was asked to share part of my story in that documentary. And as much as I was sharing something really difficult and it was really, it's sad information, it's sad content, it doesn't take me to a sad place. It brings me joy. And I know that because I shared those pieces of me, somebody on the other side of that screen maybe just heard the words that changed their mind from acting on their suicide plan today. That's a really amazing thing to get to be a part of. When I checked today, I believe there was 6.5 thousand views so far in just 2 weeks of the documentary being released. So I strongly encourage you to check it out. Like I said, it's short. There's just some really good stuff in there across the board. And it also informs you about a really amazing organization and the movement that they created. To Write Love on Our Arms has been around since 2006, and they've been really targeting to help people who struggle with depression, addiction, anxiety, self-injury, suicide, all of these things. And they are just a plethora of resources that they have of all kinds, as far as being able to support individuals with mental illness. So I cannot speak like more strongly about just how impactful they have been on my life. I don't know how to put it into words. I really don't. But I'll get off my soapbox. I hope you watch if you get a chance. Yeah. The positive strategies. So let's rewind. So my teacher's response when I so politely basically told her that I thought what she was teaching was bullshit, she challenged me. And she said, okay, I want you to tell me why you think positivity could do anything but bring like positive into someone's world. And I guess at the time, my response to her included something like, I'm very jaded from my experiences in life. And yeah, like that was only up until age like 20. Like there was so lots of horrible shit to come. So it's like, I was already there. I was already burnt out, jaded, just had kind of a negative attitude, and was a very depressed person who was really angry at the world. So I didn't really want to take any of her recommendations, but one that she asked me about immediately was, do you have any tattoos? And at the time, I know you're looking at me like, oh, you have lots of tattoos. I have lots of tattoos now, but at the time I didn't have any. And she was saying that, you know, if you think about a tattoo as a symbol of something positive or someone that is a positive influence in your life, and you put that on your body for you to see every single day forever, because a tattoo is forever, that would help you get by during difficult times, because it's a reminder to you that you have people that love you, that you have people that have your back. It's a reminder of amazing positive things. Like this one I got for the release of my book. And like forever, like when I'm a 95-year-old lady in my wheelchair in the nursing home, like totally rocking out, I'm hoping, despite much saggier version of this, I'm sure it will look like, I will always be able to look back at this and just remember all of the good, and that instantly gives me a boost. Instantly. I'm going to show you some artifacts. I collected a few different things that I keep around me, and things that have been gifted to me that help with positive psychology, that help with changing your brain from a negative to a positive. So this hopefully isn't backwards when you're looking at it. It's backwards for me. But anyway, it says, today will be a good day. My brother and sister-in-law bought this for me one day when I was actually suffering with kidney stones, and it was like taking forever to like pass, and it was just a really shitty week or so. But they surprised me and they brought over this like nice positive gift. I keep this on my desk every single day at work, and when I look at it, not only is there a message that's directed right at me that's positive, so that like even on my worst day, if I'm out of it and I'm not really like in tune with what's going on around me as much as I really should be, I would notice today will be a good day. And boom, like there's already a positive intention, right? Like you're willing the day to go well. You're willing it to be a positive experience. That is one example. Another, this is my penguin rock. It's very skinny and it's very smooth. I learned about different like things you could use as a fidget, I guess. And this is like a positivity fidget, if you will. My husband and I, it's been a joke forever. We say that like you're my penguin, because it's like penguins are one of the only animals that when they mate for life. So that's always been kind of our joke over these past 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it's been. So one day he gifted me this penguin rock, and I use it. It sits on my desk just like the other like stone I was showing you. And yes, that gives me a reminder, like, Chris loves me and he has my back no matter what comes. If the sky falls right now, it doesn't matter, because I have him and he has me. A stone, just a simple stone with this picture on it. All that came from a stone. Something to think about, right? It's positivity. If 35-year-old Stephanie could go back and speak with 19 or 20-year-old Stephanie, who was being a total brat, to put it gently, in my positive psych class, I wish that there was a way for me to make that girl see this stuff sooner and like actually buy into it. Because once I did cross that threshold from like being somebody that's like, this is a joke, this isn't gonna help me at all, to someone who tried it, like dipped their toe in the water and then just started stacking up thing after thing after thing after thing in that positive psych world that was helping me. So I'm team positive psych for sure. There's no such thing as life being positive all the time, right? It's just like we can't be happy all the time. Those are just unrealistic expectations. But if there's ways that you just surround yourself with things that bring out positive thinking, positive memories, positive feelings, it can really help you like stop, change the way you're feeling in the moment, whether it's like angry or sad or whatever it might be. And maybe it turns your whole day around just because of a rock. Some other examples that I like to keep. I'm an artist, not very good, but I like to do it. So I continue to paint and create things. I made this when I was in, it's kind of weird with the reflection. I made this when I was in Four Winds Psychiatric Hospital the very last time. So that was my 6th visit in my adult life. I made this, and it says, today is going to be a good day, and here is why. Because today at least you are you, and that is enough. I painted this with watercolors myself, just took a Sharpie, wrote some positive words. It's from a musical, actually. It's from Dear Evan Hansen, so I want to give credit where credit's due. But this hanging up behind my desk, like if work starts to get very stressful, and no matter what you do for a living, there's no doubt times that like work is probably kind of chill, and then there's other times it's pretty stressful. It's just kind of the way it goes. But having this just hanging there, that helps me tremendously, because even if I'm already pissed off, things aren't going my way, customers are giving me a hard time, I've got all kinds of things piling up for me to complete, and I just can't get to it fast enough. If I can stop, take a deep breath, close my eyes, give myself a minute, like taking a quick, simple, quiet break. And then all I have to do is take my eyeballs and look at that picture or look at those rocks. And right there's already 3 things surrounding me that could change the trajectory of the rest of my day. And there's a ripple effect to that, right? Because most people, they don't work at a place all by themselves. You have coworkers and friends and family and all these people in your life. If you are getting to experience more positivity because you're actively trying to incorporate it into your life, that's going to ripple out onto all of the people that are around you. You're not going to be putting off these defensive, angry, closed off vibes. Like you're going to be somebody that they want to be around, because if you're being positive, then you're like the light, right? That's what I think about. The positive is the light and the negative is the heavy. But I absolutely am so glad that I stopped being stubborn and I, bought into something that I really, really discounted before. I have one more that I want to share with you, one more artifact. I have several others, but I'm not going to have time to do all of those today. This is from the Warped Tour. It's a music festival I went to this past, I think it was like around Thanksgiving time, November. There was a To Write Love on Our Arms merch booth and tent set up, and they were doing this activity. And this is something that, like, it was interactive. It was intended for any person who walked by to pick up one of these pieces of paper, grab a Sharpie, and answer 2 questions. The questions that you have to answer are, what's your biggest fear? And I wrote, losing myself to my own hands, because that's the truth. That terrifies me. And although I've survived suicide twice, even after the first time, I would have never believed that it could happen again, that I could get that low again. But I did, and I do. So instead of thinking about all that heavy, I'd rather think about something a little bit lighter, like answering the question, what's your greatest dream? Helping people by sharing my story. And that's why I'm here. I have a set of lyrics I'm going to share with you, and then it's time for me to let you go. But I really hope that you challenge yourself this week to try to do something to put more positivity into your days, to put more positivity into your life. Get creative with it. It can be in so many forms. There's not really a wrong way to do it, okay? So, speaking of positivity, this lyric is by Dan and Shay, and it comes from a song called Say So. If your light burns out and you're in the dark, if you can't pick up the pieces, if the world you trusted falls apart, if your heart's run out of reasons, I'll be there every time you call, pick you up every time you fall. If you're going through hell, you're not alone. If you need somebody, say so. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please, if you are new here and you have not already, please hit the subscribe button so that you'll be able to see when we post for next week. We're getting closer and closer to being able to do this live. I'm getting very, very excited about this. So hopefully we can get up to 50 subscribers very soon, and then we can have more of an interactive experience. I'm really the type of person that's more here for the conversation. It's kind of tough listening to myself talk and like not having someone else to like have the conversation with. I don't know. Yeah, it's something, but I look forward to next time. Bye.